The Reddit title reads, I think I made a big mistake and let go of a really good guy. Been seeing this guy for a few months now. We met on Hinge and we're both really into each other after the first date. Okay, good start. From there on out, everything was great. He's 27 and I'm 25. We would see each other a lot and enjoy our time. He knew how to communicate well with me. I got used to our routine. My job demands a lot of travel, and I've had some personal trips in the past few weeks. So the issue is sometimes you don't want to see someone too much in the early dating phase because you kind of want them to question what you're up to. You kind of want to add that mystery. And if you're seeing each other 3 or 4 times a week and constantly talking over the phone and texting, it can kind of like reduce the excitement of seeing each other. Like you should take it a bit more slow. I would say 1 or 2 dates a week is perfect. Start to build that rapport with each other. So I don't know how often they saw each other, but I'm wondering if that was one of the reasons they started to get into some issues. And she says it's a bit of a routine. Maybe they dedicated days to seeing each other, like they saw each other Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Again, where's the excitement in that? You kind of want to mix things up, maybe go to different places when it comes to dates and not going to the same places. But let's see if they add more information to that. When I went on a work trip a few weeks ago, I didn't talk to him as much while being gone. I knew I knew he was going on a trip the day after I got back. I was so busy on my work trip and remember being at the airport on the way back thinking how I was so excited to see him. So as you can see, if you don't speak to each other a lot and you haven't seen each other in a while, you rebuild that excitement and that's really important in the early dating phase. And I knew I was going to want to talk to him as soon as I got home. Okay, so from her point of view, her attraction's high. Let's see if this guy's attraction is just as high for her. Ever since then, things have been off. We both had travels and tried to keep it up, but it was hard. We spoke about being more serious. That's a bit odd. Why are you talking about being very serious when it's been difficult for you guys to communicate and meet up due to your work schedules? Sure, you want to get back on the horse and get back into dating him and seeing him in person before forcing a serious relationship talk while over the phone when you two both haven't been in that much communication with each other in person. It just seems like the worst time to bring up that serious talk. We both said our strong feelings for one another, but wanted to take things slowly given that our schedules are so vastly different. Absolutely, so why have that serious talk in the first place? I know how I felt in the beginning and know it's not how I'm feeling now because we aren't showing as much outright interest in one another. Okay, well, maybe he's, yeah, just not as interested in this relationship or this dating ship as you thought. And maybe that's why he's kind of distancing himself. You got to remember as well, if you're both dating in the early phases, he's probably dating other women, and you should probably be dating other guys because you're putting all your eggs in this one basket. And yeah, he might have met someone else. He might have met someone else on this work trip. Maybe he wasn't even on a work trip and he's just saying that to you. So there's lots of factors here we just don't know about. But you even said here your interest in him is maybe not as strong as it was before. Why is that? You said you're excited to talk to him again, but were you excited to see him again? Were you really feeling that excitement about him as a person, or did you just want, a text buddy? I felt that he wasn't communicating as much, not showing as much interest. I just didn't feel pursued. Yeah, from the guy's point of view, it's his role to be the pursuer in the early phases. He should have been, you know, setting up dates to meet in person, especially after you've both been on a work trip. There should be that excitement. You should want to rip each other's clothes off. Him not setting up dates shows, unfortunately, he's lost attraction to you for whatever reason. And unfortunately, it happens in the dating phase, and maybe you should find another guy who has a higher interest in you. He and I had a serious conversation about it, and I felt things were okay, but it started to happen again. How are you having these serious conversations if you're not meeting up in person? If these serious conversations are happening over the phone or text, you're doing it completely wrong. And again, you're in the early phases of dating, like you should be having these serious conversations. Just have fun, enjoy each other's time together, and see where it goes. But you're not having that. You're having these serious conversations over the phone while not in person. It might scare them off. We spoke yesterday and decided to end things. He said he hasn't been feeling it for a few weeks now, ever since I went on a work trip. What happened on that work trip? Like, did she give him. Right, this is my question. So, obviously, they were talking a lot. Then she goes on this work trip, and I'm guessing on this work trip, she maybe didn't message him, didn't show him any interest, and it's probably like set off alarm bells and maybe some red flags in his head, thinking, wait, we've been talking a lot, things have been going well. You go on this work trip and you kind of just forget about me. Like, what were you doing on this work trip? I don't know if they follow each other on Instagram and stuff, or she just posting like lots of like going out videos and photos with other guys from her company, where they go into bars and clubs. Like, something obviously set this guy off to think, okay, maybe things aren't quite right with what he has with this girl. That's just me making an assumption. It could not be the case, but maybe she's leaving some things out about this work trip. I initiated ending things and he agreed. Everything was amicable, but I'm so sad. He's treating me better than any guy I've ever met, and respectful and good at communicating. So why has this changed? This good at communicating again? Maybe he spotted something on this work trip that she went on, and he just thought, you know what, I'm not feeling it now. I just feel like something's gone on, and she's just leaving that information out to cover her back. He didn't say he wasn't feeling it until I said I didn't like where things were stood. I have some serious past trauma and some poor experiences with relationships, so it was just a breath of fresh air. If that was the case, why didn't you just step up as a woman? Just be like, hey, meet me on this date. I want to meet you. I miss you. How about I treat you to a meal out? How about I treat you to some drinks? And I'm sure he would have said yes to it. Well, I like to think he would have said yes to it. Sometimes, even though I said in the early dating phase, it's completely up to the man to like push for dates and organise dates. But it doesn't mean a woman can't do it. Like, if a woman likes a guy, hey, as a guy, I'd love it for a woman to set up a date if she had high interest in me. I'd be like, hey, this is a breath of fresh air for me. But she didn't do that from the sounds of it. She was just kind of like, no, I'm waiting for him to organise things. And he never organised it, so now she's lost a nice guy. And you see this a lot, also from a guy's point of view. I've dated bad girls, and then you meet that really great girl and you lose her for whatever reason. It sucks. And from her point of view, she's been on these dating apps, and yeah, you're gonna match with a lot of bad men, especially if you're swiping on a specific type of guy. If you're always swiping on the bad boy, you're gonna meet lots of bad guys and have bad experiences, and it brings down the dating pool for everyone. And that doesn't help us nice guys who are just trying to be normal and just try and treat a woman nice. I knew I had some reservations, that my needs weren't being met, but he's a good person, and I feel like I'm making a mistake pushing him away. It's great that he's a good person, but you haven't said in here he blows your mind. You didn't say, oh wow, I just want to rip his clothes off. You're just like, oh, he's just a good guy, maybe to talk to and to fill a gap. I haven't heard in this post about any feelings past him being a nice guy. So maybe he realised he was being used as a nice guy, and he took the exit door. I felt okay in the moment, but now I just feel sad. He meant more to me than I realised. Is there any hope, or do I move on? So yeah, that's the worst part, is when you realise how much of a great person someone was and how much of a void it leaves in your life after they left. But if he was the right guy, if you really, really liked this guy, you would have noticed this before things ended. And yeah, I just don't think both of you are right for each other, and you should move on, and you should use this as a positive. As you can see, there's nice guys out there on these apps. They're not all bad men. Go and find another nice guy and do it right this time. Have better communication. Take the lead sometimes as a woman and set up the date, and you might find you're happily ever after. Anyway, that's all, guys. Cheers. See ya.
Enemy target onto this location. Always glad to help, partner. Marking his ox. I'm doing this my way. Powering up. That put a spring in my step. Come on, gotta get up. Lights out for scum. let Ultron
Everybody ready?
direct Krakoa any longer.
Get that vehicle moving again!
Ultron reigns supreme.
Hurry up!
I can take it.
Slow up time!
Just like Krakoa.
Only 60 seconds left!
I don't think that's welcoming committee.
Disappear!
Rockets, fire! Feeling good again. No need to thank me. Moonlight placed an arm. I got the arm. Hurry up!
Down to 30 seconds!
Maximum pulse! Nobody can hang with the pulse cannon.
Us against the world.
Yes, please.
I'm doing this my way.
Bombs away.
What should I do for Ultron's damage?
The final 10 seconds! Hands sometimes.
What do I hit next? I'm taking requests.
It's clobbering time!
Keep fighting until we have a winner.
Markin is up.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I hope Friday got the whole deal.
Reigns supreme.
Bombs away.
Double KO!
Let me gone.
We've got our mission. Let's move this core.
Monitor this location. Fun.
Something doesn't feel right.
Prime attack location.
The moon haunts you!
Hurry up.
This is real firepower!
Keep going!
I needed that.
I'm counting on you, friend.
Together to victory!
Bombs away. Enemies on approach. I needed that.
What's this?
Look out below. Maximum pulse. That's what happens when you pick a fight with
Double
Proton.
KO!
Hurry up. Bombs away.
Get that vehicle moving again!
This core can erase Ultron from a rocket.
Time!
Only
Only
if we move
60
fast.
seconds left!
Rockets, fire.
That was brilliant, Frank. Just like Krakoa, Arakko must be liberated.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
He's a sociopath, but the man gets results.
Enemy target
Enemies help.
Hurry up.
Us against the world! Ready. Down to 30 seconds!
Bombs away.
Ultron
He's a sociopath, but the man gets results.
Ultron is triumphant.
The final 10 seconds!
I'll take a shield, sure.
First Krakoa.
Almost there! Don't turn back now! Everybody needs a hand.
Hurry up.
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner! Final score, 2-1.